shock, etc. My path to personal growth has been paved with disappointment.
You know, on the face of it, M3GAN 2.0 as a concept actually makes sense. I mean, the original was a unique spin on the killer toy trope, and as somebody who doesn't see the point of a PG-13 horror movie, Five Nights, I wasn't against the idea of this being an action movie. Because it is an action movie about yet another female robot that's made as a weapon. Things go wrong before the title even comes up, and our leads Jenna and Katie are on the hit list. The problem is that such drastic changes tend to not always work out, and the biggest issue here is way too much happens. It's not too much happening in a chaotic, fun way, just a lot of twists you can probably see coming, and more time is spent on AI-themed dialogue than any of the action. Way too many elements and characters are thrown in. They're not there for no reason, but a lot of them exit the movie halfway through, but miraculously don't die because, I don't know, PG-13 rating. It relies on convenient elements that don't make sense to get things moving, and the plot is really all over the place. We go from evil robot to anti-AI activists. We have a corrupt guy who was crippled but now isn't because of AI. And though the movie does occasionally break into a fun scene, and I'm thinking it's gonna turn out good, it usually ends up not going anywhere. The evil robot is actually absent throughout most of it, leading to an uneventful climax, and the 2-hour runtime ends up feeling way too long in a bad way. Amelia is another self-aware robot, made by the same technology used to make M3GAN, and you'll never guess it, is planning an AI takeover.
Shocking.
M3GAN, thanks to conveniently being backed up, is secretly living in Jenna and Katie's new house, and upon realizing they're in danger, Jenna begrudgingly rebuilds her body, and I will say, they did get close to doing this right. They utilized the brand new idea of Jenna and Katie not getting along, but that doesn't really go anywhere. M3GAN has what you call a redemption arc, and I guess that's done okay, but again, the biggest issue is the overall story. Not the characters, not the overall premise, that's all surprisingly okay. The issue is misunderstanding how to engage the audience. Everything that goes down is predictable, characters make decisions you know they'll make. Yeah, when things keep happening it is a bit unexpected, but having one predictable twist after another is still predictable. The result is the movie not being that fun, even though it should at least be that. But it does have some good qualities. The comedy, mainly M3GAN's dialogue, is consistently good. Some say it isn't, but I don't agree with that. And a couple of lines involving Steven Seagal are honestly hilarious. Unfortunately, it's not a comedy, so that ain't saving it. And the on-the-nose dialogue about AI isn't making anybody think. AI leads to many casualties over 2 movies, but that's okay, we can learn from it, and that's the lesson. We have to spoil some stuff to get the point across because every scene has something happening, so if you care, spoilers.
Would you prefer I gave you a printout that you can read at your own pace?
The only character who I can say is actually bad is Christian, the AI activist, and if he ended up not being the bad guy, that would be a unique twist, but we all thought he would be, and well, he is. He has that one-note tone that shows off no morality, no matter what happens, and he's just not interesting in the slightest. He'd fit in great with the Jurassic World villains, like, perfectly, and it leads to a scenario in which we don't give a shit what happens with him. He ends up kidnapping Katie because plot reasons, and that only happens because Jenna fucks up their plan, which doesn't make sense either. The plan was going just fine, all of a sudden Jenna quit trusting M3GAN because, again, reasons, and it's a blatant moment of plot convenience. Another thing the movie isn't really too big on, but it does happen here, and it's the common scenario of Jenna not really trusting M3GAN until she of course has to, for the climax. There was some kind of idea going of Jenna not valuing the opinion of her co-workers, Cole and Tess. That's kind of forgotten too after she does listen, like, once. Then Tess gets injured, not killed, and does nothing throughout most of the movie. Same goes for Katie, she learns to trust her, but honestly they could have left that cliche out, it doesn't add much. And with so many things happening, we don't need that too. The climax switches things up in ways that are too hard to keep track of. At this point, the AI activist is the main bad, not Amelia. She's currently in a controlled state, but that changes when Katie tries to turn her on their side, which goes wrong, and we have a final boss.
That's fucking stupid!
You couldn't get more contrived, I mean, what the hell? The final battle isn't even that good, you don't see much of it, and you don't care. Because Amelia wasn't even the main fucking focus. It's actually a very hard movie to discuss because of how predictably cliche it is, yet not one note. A unique case indeed. But the verdict will still come down to not being a good sequel because you just don't care. There are a few good moments, the plastic doll season at the beginning does lead to a lot of comedic moments, and Jenna Davis as Megan's voice is without question the highlight of the movie. It's real convincing and entertaining all the way through, so the combination of that and me being okay with the action-themed sequel makes me wish it would have been good. For a while I thought it would be, but it just doesn't come together, and I can't say that I'm too surprised at that. It oddly didn't fail the way I thought it would. I expected more stupidity. That's really not the issue. M3GAN 2.0 is simply a sequel that's lacking everything that made the original unique. Well, mostly everything. Given its around 50% positive rating, I don't think I'm alone here. It's not one of the worst movies this year. I don't even really hate it, but it is enough wrong to have me give it a definite pass. So let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please share it and remember to hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you enjoyed. It does help a great deal as the algorithm is ever changing. The gaming channel is an option too. It's got the same content with games. There's a link in the description. I'm the Analyst, and remember kids, sometimes genres can't change, even if you want them to.